What's up, everyone? Oh, wait. I need to go put some clothes on. Alright, I'm back. So this video I'm going to show you guys is something that I produced a few months back. A little small podcast or whatever you want for myself. Yes, I'm in the You Say What pod. Those are my boys. That's my number one. So I want to have something like for myself. So this is what it is. It's called the Bogs Talk. And what it is just me bullshitting with myself. There are segments actually in this Bogs Life episode that we are transferring over to the You Say What pod. So go check that out. That's going to be cool. Let's get right in the video. I don't want to waste your time. If you guys don't remember me, because I haven't posted in fucking forever, I'm Bogs. Josh Bogs Life Boger is what people call me. And enjoy it. Subscribe, like it. Go follow the You Say What page. And go like all their stuff too, because we benefit from that. And enjoy. I'd like to welcome everyone to the Bogs Talk. This is honestly just me talking to you guys in a podcast type format, I would say. I mean, I would love to have some, unscripted, unedited, I mean, this will be edited a little bit, but unedited, unscripted work within the Bogs Life, even though there is scripted work. So, it's the first time we're doing this, and I got everything on my phone right here, and let's run it. I don't know how long this is going to be. I'm going to try to keep it within 10 minutes. Maybe I could do some editing work inside of there to make it even less than 10 minutes. But this segment usually is going to be around like 10 minutes, if that, maybe even less, depending on the topics that we're talking about. In this first episode, or this first recording of this segment, I would like to talk about the first episode of the show, the pilot episode of the Bogs Life. The Bogs Life is a segment-based show. It kind of reminds me of iCarly and inspired by iCarly. I know it sounds cheesy as hell, but that's just how I got the idea from it. And also, I've seen a couple YouTubers doing shows like this, and I also wanted to be a part of it. So, this is it. My show, actually. This is pretty much only me. My friends and relatives who want to be in here are going to be in here once in a while, but most of the time it's going to be me. Instead of this part, I'm going to try to get people on for this via Zoom or whatnot. I got all the equipment for that. And with this show being scripted and unscripted, you really don't know what to expect as an audience. But I will be having different segments come back and like have a whole story arc, kind of like how a comic book works. And also, the pilot episode was my senior project for school. I had to do what I had to do. I wanted to make a sketch comedy show, and it ends up turning out to be like this, which I like more than just a regular sketch comedy show, because you get to know me more, you get to know the people around me a little bit more, rather than just seeing scripted material where we're all portraying characters and not actually being ourselves. This segment is called Weird News. I scroll around the internet a lot, I'm always on that ish, but I always come across some one or two weird things, and this week I came across one thing that just blew my mind, and that is a whole ass, what were they, LARPing? I don't even know, it was a LARP of a whole bunch of people named Josh, which I was very salty I was not invited, because my name is Josh. If you guys don't know that, I don't know if you guys watched the first episode and saw the credits. I usually don't call myself by my first name on here. It's usually by my nickname, which no one else calls me by my first name, by the way, either. So, I guess that's why I didn't get an invite. Because, it goes me, Josh Richards, all the other Joshes in the world, So, that's just how it goes. I don't know, I'm going to pull up a picture right now, actually a video. I'll pull up a video on TikTok. I thought it was super funny. And I guess they had a 5-year-old kid, of course with the name Josh, win the whole fight. And they gave him a Burger King crown. But yeah, here it is right here.
Sweep the leg!
Alright, they were all in the boonies in Nebraska, all fighting with pool noodles. Like, I can't it's a sight to see. I ain't gonna cap. It's a sight to see. But moving on. Bogs movie reviews. So Bogs movie reviews is something I came up with. I wanted to do something similar to what Barstool does with their pizza reviews and what Mike Malek does with his burger reviews. I'm going to step it up and do a completely different ranking. I'm going to do movie reviews. So every week, every Bogs Talk, there's going to be 3 movies where I'm sitting down and watch throughout the week, and I rate them spoiler free, or I try to keep them spoiler free, and you know, see what type of movies I like, see what type of movies you would be interested in, and let's get right into it. The ranking system. So it is 0 to 10 with decimals, but it kind of goes like if it's a 0 through 5, I'm never going to watch that movie again. 5.1 to 10, I'll either watch them once more, or like if it's really good in that 7.5 or higher range, I'll sit down and watch it like almost every time it's on TV or if it's available online. And also, if you guys have any suggestions on what I should watch, put them down in the comments. I will for sure write them down, and then I will actually watch them and review them. It might not be right away because I might have a list queued up. I don't at the moment, but you get what I mean. The first movie is the Power Rangers movie from 2017. Now, this is not the original Power Rangers movie that you guys are probably thinking about. This is the newer one. It's got a more adult story and a more adult vibe rather than the child movie. And the director is Dean Israelite. I probably just butchered that name, but it is also starring Dacre Montgomery, Naomi Scott, RJ Kyler, Becky G, Ludi Lin, Bill Hader, Bryan Cranston, and Elizabeth Banks. 5 ordinary teens must become something extraordinary when they learn that their small town of Angel Grove and the world is on the verge to being obliterated by an alien threat. Chosen by destiny, our heroes quickly discover they are the only ones who could save the planet. But to do so, they will have to overcome their real-life issues, and before it's too late, band together as Power Rangers. It's basically another origin story. I put on there, it's a good film with a good story. It's a different story from the original, so just keep that in mind when you're watching. You just can't think it's like the show because it's completely different. The characters are the same, everything's the same with character-wise. It's just the story is a little different, and it's darker. I kind of like look at this as the TV show. It's kind of like Marvel movies where it's all bright and dandy, and then this movie was like DC Comics where it's a little darker, and the story's a little darker, different things happen and whatnot, so keep that in mind when you're watching. And I give this one 7.1. I actually really enjoyed this movie. As you can see from behind me, I'm a Power Ranger nerd. Like, these are old figures from when I was like, before I was even born, because it came out in 93. I was born in 98. The next movie is from 2019. It is called Crawl. It is directed by Alexandre Aja. Probably butchered that name too. Starring Kea Scodelario and Barry Pepper. Kea is from the show Skins. If you've never seen that, I think it might be still on Netflix, but it's a British show. It's actually really good. It's wild as hell. Description: A massive hurricane hits her Florida town. Young Haley ignores the evacuation orders to search for her missing father, Dave. After finding him gravely injured in the family home, the two of them become trapped by the rapidly encroaching floodwaters. What's encroaching? Okay, never mind. With the storm strengthening, Haley and Dave discover an even greater threat than the rising water level. A relentless attack from the pack of gigantic alligators. So, if you like Jaws and you like those like B-rated shark attack movies, and you want to like flip the script a little bit and see if they could do any other creature, well, this is a gator movie, and some gator movies are wild and out of control. This one, I don't think is wild and out of control, but it's got a very boring story. I put on there a bad shark movie, but it's with alligators instead, and it's very gory at inappropriate times. Like I'm a fan and not a fan of gory movies. Like, I have a big issue with seeing blood. Like, it gives me the heebie-jeebies, you know what I mean? I rated this one a 3.2 because I just was not a fan of the story, and you guys will see why, because there really is no story involved in this film. For the last one, I did 2010's Kick-Ass. Well, this is directed by Matthew Vaughn, starring Aaron Johnson, Christopher Mintz-Plasse, Chloe Grace Moretz, Mark Strong, and Nicolas Cage. And then the description is, Dave Lazuski is an unnoticed high school student and comic book fan who one day decides to become a superhero, even though he has no powers, training, or meaningful reason to do so. Out of the three, was the best one that I've watched and reviewed. It's a perfect mix of a superhero and a comedy movie. I said it's got a Deadpool vibe, just like I said. Hit Girl is Chloe Grace Moretz, and I feel like her most iconic role. Great overall movie, and I rated this one an 8.4. Just a great movie overall. You know, I can't give it the top spot because I don't even know what the best movie is out there, in my opinion. I hope you guys all enjoy the rest of the video. We went over just what this show is. Went over this dumb ass Josh fight that I was not a part of. We reviewed some movies, and now you guys can go enjoy some more of my content. And this has been Bogs Talk.